Eicher Motors will be coming out with its numbers today and let us know what is expected out of the company in Q1 FY22 results. Before coming to the numbers, let me quickly highlight how was the volume growth for the company in the quarter gone by. Starting with the Royal Enfield segment, so the company witnessed a volume growth of around 116% on a YY basis, but overall the volumes were down around 39% on a quarter-on-quarter comparison. That's purely because of the second COVID wave impact. But now talking about realizations, then that's expected to be inching up around 8 to 10%, and that's on the back of the new product launches made by the company in the past year gone by, and also some of the price hike being taken. So both of these factors should help the realizations for Royal Enfield. Now coming to the other segment, that's their VECV, where the volume witnessed a growth of around 167% on a YY basis, but they were down 70% on a quarter-on-quarter basis. This time, this segment is expected to report a loss because if you see the realizations as well, that's expected to show a decline of around 27% on a YY basis, because we were joined by the management at ET now recently, where they did highlight that it's okay for them to take price hike for their whole of the CV segment, but the discounts in the industry still continue to be at the higher end because of the increased competition, the competition they are facing in the industry, and that has been impacting them. So overall, the segment is expected to report a loss because of the adverse operating leverage as well. But now coming to the overall numbers from Eicher Motors this time. Firstly, let me take you up to the revenue figure. That's expected to be jumping up around 128% on a YY basis from 818 crores that was reported last year. This time the expectation is at 1867 crores. Coming to the EBITDA, that's expected to show a jump of 93 times on a YY basis, with numbers expected at 353 crores. Now talking about margins, of course there's a good jump on a YY comparison. This time the number is expected at 18.9%, but that will be a decline of around 270 basis points on a quarter-on-quarter basis on the back of the lower volumes. Also in the bottom line, we are expecting the profit at 233 crores versus a loss of 52.2 crores that was recorded last year. So definitely a good growth on a YY basis, but of course a pressure on a quarter-on-quarter comparison. Now apart from the numbers, in the management commentary after the results, we'll be watching out for some of the key triggers. Let me just get you through that. Firstly will be the new model launches timeline, because we have been seeing that the management did guide for coming up with a new product, either a fresh product or a refresher in every quarter, but in the quarter gone by they were not able to fulfill that. So let's see when the new product launch is lined up. Again, the chip shortage, how this is impacting Eicher Motors, because the management did highlight that it plays a critical role for them as well. So what is the situation at Eicher Motor? We'll be watching out for that. And lastly, what will be their guidance on demand and margins, and how are they looking for panning out? In the past recent months, we have seen that the contribution of exports has inched up. We'll be watching out how this has actually helped the company's profit and the company's revenue figure as well. So all eyes on Eicher Motors, and the results are expected today shortly.